Hey folk, Alice from Venngage here. Today I'm going to be doing a video walkthrough showing you how to customize one of our Venngage templates. You can find this template and many more in the template library. I'll pop a link in the description of this video. We've actually got a video about resume tips that I'll link to. Make sure you check that out to find out what exactly you should put in a resume. Okay, so we're going to be customizing this modern black resume template. This is a really good and professional looking template if you want to update your resume. So click Create to begin and enter the editor. So the editor is where we're going to make all of our decisions. This is kind of the main editing platform. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to here in the top and I'm going to zoom out so that I can see the full resume. So I'm just going to talk you through our editor a little bit. So we've got two main toolbars that you'll need to pay attention to. The one on the left is our creation toolbar. This is where we can add or change elements. If you want to add text or change the background, you're going to be looking on the left-hand side. Same if you want to upload a photo. The toolbar at the top will appear when you click on an element on the screen. So if you just click the text, we can see all of these other things have appeared. Here we can change the font, the text size, we can make it bold, italic or underlined. We can change the color, we can change the alignment, and we can add hyperlinks, bullet points, and more. There's a couple of other cool features that appear in the top toolbar as well. I'm just going to show you those quickly now. So if we click on this photo is in what we call an image frame. That means that Venngage has put your photo into a different shape. So if we click on this drop down here, we can change what image shape we want our photo to be in. So see how that's applied there? If you ever make a mistake or you want to change something you've done, you can just click the undo button here to go back to your original design. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to change the colours of this design. So I want to change this black box here, but when I click on it, I can see this red box has appeared around it. This means that the box is locked into place. It means so you can't accidentally apply any effects or move it. It's really easy to undo. We go to this lock symbol at the top and we click it, and then we have control over the box again. So there's a couple of pre-selected colours at the bottom, or you can select your own with a colour picker. So you can move it around. So I'm going to go with this blue. Now the key thing about creating a good resume is having consistent design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this blue to a couple other elements on the page. So at the bottom where it says swatch colours, we can see there's this plus sign here. If we click on it, it's going to add the colour that we currently have selected into our swatch. So when we click on the title, to change the colour again we go to the drop and we can see that we now have that blue in our swatch. Using consistent colours throughout really helps your resume stand out. So we've got this suitcase icon here. This is used to illustrate generic work experience. I'm going to change the icon to reflect my line of work more accurately. So when I click on the icon, this button in the top menu comes and it says replace. So if we click on replace, we can access this replace menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for a more relevant icon. I do a lot of filmmaking, so I'm going to search for a camera. And then you just click. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to scroll down and this icon's perfect for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it. And then when we click off, we can see that the icon has updated to the camera. If I wanted to make that blue as well, it's really easy. Click on the icon and then in the top menu, go to color and then swatch. Cool. So if I want to change some of this text, say I didn't work at Twist once, you can click to select and then you backspace to delete and you can type anything you want here. If we want to change the font, it's really easy. We can click and drag, and then in the top menu we've got our fonts. We can browse some different fonts and pick one that we like. So we can go through this process of clicking and changing the text for all of these different elements. So the next thing I want to do is I want to change this photo. This is not me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to click replace in the top as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload an image. So you click on upload and then you search and open from your computer. What this will do, this will upload it onto the Venngage system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the skills section at the bottom. So this is set up as a chart in Venngage. So if we double click on the bars, this menu on the right will appear. This is where we have control of our chart. So we can see here we've got a couple of different columns set up. In column A we have the skill names. So you can click and you can change that to anything you want. So the next thing we need to do is we need to change the numbers in these columns to represent our experience. If you try and rate yourself out of 100 from each skill, this is how we'll get to that number. So I'm going to say that I'm pretty good at filmmaking. I'm going to give myself a 90 out of 100. So in the Your Score column, column C, I'm going to click and I'm going to type 90 instead. This means that the leftover score will have to be 10 because both of the numbers have to add up to 100. And again with the editing, if I'm 50% good at editing, I want to change this number to 50. And then we can see that the scores are updated. We can also change the colours of the bars. So what we do is we click on this drop at the top and we can change it to anything we want. Again, if you are changing the colours, make sure you do it consistently for a professional looking resume. Now one last thing I want to do is I want to show you how to add a hyperlink. These are really good if you want to share your resume as an interactive PDF. So under this contact section, I'm actually going to put my own website. I've got an online portfolio where everybody can see my work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and select the icon, and I'm going to click to select the email address. And then I'm going to click this button at the top, which means copy. This is going to make a copy of these two elements. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ungroup these two elements so I can edit them individually. Again at the top, I'm going to click on this blue highlighted box and ungroup them. This means that I can now move them individually. So to change this, I'm going to click on the replace and I'm going to search for website. And I'm going to click on the icon and that's updated. So to change the text again, I'm going to click and I'm going to delete and I'm going to type what I want instead. Okay, so here's how you make it interactive. So you click and you select the text, and in the top menu bar we can see this link symbol. If we click that, we're able to enter a hyperlink. So venngage.com, click enter, but you can see that the text has changed to blue and it doesn't really stand out against the background anymore. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to click and we're going to select all the text, and then we're going to change the colour to white. So this is now a hyperlink, and we can see when we hover over it we're able to click. Okay, once I'm happy with this, I'm going to click on publish at the top, give it a name, and click publish. Now this is a premium template, which means that you have to have a business or premium account to have access to it. Once you have a business or premium account, you can download copies of your resume as well. So I'm going to click here on interactive PDF because we put the hyperlink in, remember? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this, and we can see my resume in PDF format. Venngage has got loads of different resume templates and matching cover letter templates as well, so make sure that you check those out. Leave us a comment below with a link to some designs that you've made using this template. Don't forget to subscribe to Venngage for more helpful videos, and drop us a like if you found this video helpful. Bye folk!